Hey everyone, I am Gurudat, Assistant Professor in Indraprasth Law College. In the last video, we had studied how the sale of immovable property takes place under Section 54 of Transfer of Property Act 1882. Now, in this video lecture, we will study how exchange take place under TPA 1882. Exchange has been provided under Section 118 of TPA. Let's have a look at it. Now, as per the section 118, exchange has been defined as when two persons mutually transfer the ownership of one thing in exchange for the ownership of another, neither thing or both thing being money, such a transaction is called exchange. So what we are getting, that it should be there should be two or more persons. The transfer should be mutual of ownership in exchange of ownership. It can be only in money or partly in money and partly in some object. So this is exchange. In simple word, I tell you what is exchange. In simple word, exchange is like A has a property in Greater Noida. Now B has a property in Noida, in Delhi. Now A and B decide to exchange their property, and so that B will take the ownership of property in Greater Noida, which was earlier of A, and A will take the control of property in Delhi, which was earlier under B. Now this agreement between these two will be exchange of property, and that's what section 118 says. There should be transfer of, see what are the characteristics, the important features of exchange, what are the essential elements of exchange. First thing is transfer of ownership. Ownership must be transferred in exchange, and since there has to be transfer of ownership, the party must have the exclusive ownership of the other. The party must have the exclusive ownership. Only the person with true title, with the absolute title, can exchange his property with someone else. Properties can be movable. Another very important thing in exchange is that the particular property, the subject matter, need not be immovable. It can be movable. Nowhere under section 118 it is said that the property should be immovable, unlike rest of the sections, because basically transfer of property act only deals with immovable property, but exchange is an exception. In case of exchange, even movable property can be exchanged with one another. Exchange include barter. So I hope you know the meaning of barter system. Before the invention of money, the currency, the people used to exchange items from each other and survive on their own. For example, a person having milk could give milk to someone having wheat and exchange the product with each other. Similar things were taking place. Similar barter system was before invention of money. Similarly, exchange also includes barter. Exchange is not only exchange of land but barter of goods. It can be barter of goods also. Mode of transfer: money in one form may be exchanged for money in another form. That basically means that exchange can take place partly in money also and partly in object also. This is an example of exchange. See, A has a house worth rupees 1500. He transfers this house to B. Now B transfers a field worth rupees 1500 cash to A. So as I had said earlier, it can be partly in object and partly in cash. That's what it is called, exchange. Now what is deed of exchange? Exchange deed. See, whenever you are doing some exchange, you must have some documentary proof of it, and therefore deed of exchange comes into picture. Now the contents of deed of exchange is not very important, but still for the sake of drafting, you may know it. It should have description of deed, date of execution, parties to deed, recitals, convenants, testimonium, testatum, operative words, parcel, completion of transaction or execution. All these things can be part of the deed of exchange. Now one thing we should have covered in the last video but unfortunately I forgot to cover it. In this video I am covering. What is the difference between contract? It will be contract. Spelling mistake is there. Contract of sale and sale. See, contract. See, if there is some property. If there's some property, this property. So A and B must have earlier made a contract that they will be purchasing or exchanging the property. Now this is the contract of sale. It is before the sale. Contract of sale is done before the sale. Absolute interest in the property is not transferred from buyer to seller in contract of sale. Only a promise has made, promise or agreement has been made between these two persons that we will purchase. For example, A has made a contract of sale with B to purchase a property, and B has also given his assent to sell that property. Now this is contract of sale. What is actual sale? The process of completing the contract. The process of actually transferring the title from A to B or from B to A is the sale. It is the absolute interest in property transferred from seller to buyer. It is only a promise to purchase that property or sell that property. Property is not transferred from buyer to seller. In this, there is a transfer of property. Rights created in personam, because it is only contract, and contract rights are only in personam. Sale is right in rem. Now what is right in rem and what is right in personam? You must again study contract act to understand it. In briefly I can tell that right in personam is a personal right against someone, while right in rem is right at large to the whole world, against the whole world. In sale, in contract for sale, transfer is title is not transferred. In sale, title is transferred. The true title is transferred. Now distinction between sale and exchange. Sale is transfer of ownership in the property in exchange of a price, which is money consideration. Alright. In sale, there is money consideration. There is a transfer from one person to another for money consideration. There is only one transfer from A to B. There is no transfer from B to A. B is only paying money to A. Now, in another case, in exchange, there is two-way transfer. Both persons, A and B, are transferring the ownership of some property to each other. The transfer of ownership in a property in exchange for ownership of another property. Now, both are transfer of absolute interest in the property, but in sale, consideration is money, while in exchange, another property or anything of value is in consideration. In sale, you take money to transfer your property, while in exchange, you don't take money. You actually transfer some of your own property to another in exchange of some other property. When two persons mutually transfer the ownership of one thing for the ownership of another, neither thing nor both things being money only, the transaction is called exchange. Again, the same definition as we had discussed in section 118. तो आई होप अभी आपको समझ में आ रहा है, बिकॉज सेल में आप बेच रहे हैं, एक्सचेंज में आप किसी से कुछ एक्सचेंज कर रहे हैं इन एक्सचेंज ऑफ सम अदर प्रॉपर्टी. डिफरेंस बिटवीन सेल एंड गिफ्ट. while in sale money consideration or any sort of consideration is extremely necessary, in gift there is no consideration. आप बिना पैसे लिए कोई सामान अगर ट्रांसफ़र कर रहे हैं, कोई इमूवेबल प्रॉपर्टी का टाइटल ट्रांसफ़र कर रहे हैं, देन दैट इज़ गिफ्ट. It may be out of love and affection or anything, but if there is no money consideration involved, then it is a gift. Lastly, हम डिफरेंस देखते हैं सेल, लीज, मॉर्गेज एंड एक्सचेंज का. In sale, as we have discussed, title is transferred at an agreed price. In exchange, there is transfer of property in exchange of something that is not money. एक्सचेंज किसी चीज़ के लिए भी हो सकता है, जरूरी नहीं है वो मनी हो. प्रॉपर्टी का प्रॉपर्टी से एक्सचेंज हो सकता है, पार्टली इन प्रॉपर्टी, पार्टली इन मनी एक्सचेंज हो सकता है. इन मॉर्गेज ओनली द राइट टू सेल प्रॉपर्टी इन इवेंट ऑफ नॉन पेमेंट ऑफ लोन इज गिवन टू द मॉर्गेजी. मॉर्गेज क्या होता है? मॉर्गेज होता है जब हम अपनी कोई प्रॉपर्टी किसी से कुछ उधार लेते हैं और अपनी प्रॉपर्टी गिरवी रखते हैं, तो उसको मॉर्गेज कहते हैं. उसमें राइट टू सेल तभी मिलता है व्हेन यू आर नॉट पेइंग द इंटरेस्ट और लोन अमाउंट, तभी आपको राइट टू सेल दैट प्रॉपर्टी मिलता है. इन अ लीज the leasee gets the right only to enjoy the property for a certain period. Lease क्या होता है? For example, there is a piece of land which A may give on lease to B for 100 years. तो for 100 years B will get the right to enjoy that property in whatsoever manner. वो चाहे तो उससे इंटरेस्ट उठा सकता है, उस पर कुछ भी कर सकता है. इट इज़ कम्प्लीटली बीज राइट. ही विल एंजॉय दैट प्रॉपर्टी इररेस्पेक्टिव ऑफ एनी इंटरफेरेंस फ्रॉम ए, बट ओनली फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर पीरियड. दूसरी कंडीशन क्या है? इंजॉय कर सकता है प्रॉपर्टी, बट ही कैनॉट एलिनेट द प्रॉपर्टी, ही कैनॉट सेल द प्रॉपर्टी, ही कैनॉट डिस्पोज ऑफ द प्रॉपर्टी. ही कैन enjoy it, it is completely his right, but selling or alienation of property is not allowed under lease. So we have seen in this video what is the meaning of exchange under section 118. ये section ज़रूर याद रखिएगा. It is very important to remember the sections. Sale of immovable property section 54, exchange section 118. All these sections are very important. In exam, if you are unable to explain correctly the concept, still you should know at least the section in which the definition is given. That is very important. So always remember the sections. Thank you. In the next video, we will start mortgage, types of mortgage and how mortgage is different from charge. In the next video, we'll start it. Thank you.